Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Makerspace. This is one of the pop-up cards that we have made, one of the first ones we made in the school year, and I wanted to make sure I had a video on here for you to see if you wanted to recreate it in our Makerspace or if you wanted to recreate it at home. This is the sheet I handed out, and as you can tell, it has these dotted lines and a solid line and a solid line. And the dotted lines are really to remind us where we fold, and the solid lines are where we cut, sometimes. All right, so let me go ahead and get to show you. This one was a pop-up card that had a mouth that talked, or a beak, or a nose. It was up to you. Alrighty, so I'm going to fold it first along hamburger along these dark lines here. Alright. Okay. Alright. And then I'm going to cut on this line to the top of that triangle. No further, just right there. And then I'm going to fold along these dotted lines. And since I'm going from one dimension, first dimension, second dimension, to a third dimension, which I pop out, I'm going to do it both ways. Okay, I folded it that way, and now I'm going to fold it this way to make it bendy, just like we did in class. All right, and then I'm going to open up, and you can kind of see that the paper has changed. Okay. So then what I do is I use my finger and I gently push in. And the paper's going to want to go that way. Okay? And when I push in, I fold it to make it a little sharper right there. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. I'm going to gently push in. Alright? And then I'm going to gently push on this side. And what that does, it creates a talking mouth on the other side. Now, we did these around Thanksgiving time, so there's several things you could have done with this. You could have turned this into a beak or a mouth, and I have some samples to show you that we did in class. All right. We made one of these that looks like a turkey, and who's talking and everything, and telling what they're thankful of and everything. We made one of these. We colored the beak yellow and had the giblet hanging and everything. And then there was one we made with lips that was just going to talk about all the things that we were thankful for. Okay? So it was entirely up to you. I saw some really great ideas. So let me show you now how to make the cover. Okay? The card covers are just a very simple sheet, 8.5 by 11 of construction paper. You choose the color you like, all right? And then you take that wonderful pop-up card that you made. Now, I would advise that you do all your coloring, all your writing, and all your designing while this is flat, rather than before you glue it into the to the paper. All right? Okay, let's see if I can find some glue. I happen to have some. Lucky me. Alright, so what I'm going to do is fold it in half, okay, and I'm just going to glue on the outside around the edge, okay. If you glue on this inside stuff, it's not going to open up, okay. So I'm going to lay this against that edge, or the line in the fold in the middle, okay. Alright, okay. Then I'm going to glue again around the edge again. Take your time. You don't need to be in a hurry. Alright? And I'm going to fold it over like that. Okay. Now, when it sets and dries is the perfect time for me to decorate the cover. Alright? I'd like you to wait to dry, because if you don't, it gets very, very mushy. Alright, and here's one that we did before Happy Thanksgiving. Alright, and I got a chance to write and do my illustrations, you know, to do the best you can. That's not the best turkey ever, but it's a good turkey. Alright? Okay, so when it sets a little or dries, you're going to see it too is going to talk. Now, what's great about these, you can put eyes on these. They can be frogs. They can be anything that talks. It's entirely up to you. Alrighty, so this is the first pop-up book from the Makerspace.